What is going on, everybody? Hey, Monty here with another episode, another edition of Hey, Chill, It's Just a Podcast. It's been a couple weeks, but hey, we're back. We're slowly starting to roll back into the motions. And we've been having a lot going on, too, man. We actually just did like a Tiny Desk type of open session yesterday. That was fire. One of the funnest times we've had in a minute. Tay was there. She was doing background vocals. Tay, let's talk about it a little bit for a second.
No, it was definitely a vibe. It was vibey. I mean, that's what I look for. That's the type of feels that I'm looking for. Like when I always say when I perform, I don't want to be a type of performer that does like big concerts, standing there. Like I want small, intimate settings, like dinners, little small events, and that just was everything. Like the live. I don't want to say live instruments, but the players of the instruments. What's the word? Live band.
Just a live band.
Yeah, live band.
Instrumentalist.
Yeah, instrumentalist. But yeah, it was very much so a vibe.
Yeah, it was definitely a good vibe. Shout out to Cool to G. We put it together in like a day or two or something like that. We put it the whole thing together in a very short amount of time. Definitely. Also, shout out to everybody else who popped out. Coop Chardonnay, Terrence, Thomas. Also, nope, wait, I have his first name wrong. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just met those guys. Really actually was able to interact with them for the first time, but it was a great vibe, man. Definitely a good time. But yeah, man, so we're going to keep those going. We got the footage coming out in a couple days whenever Cam releases it. So good times, good vibes. But otherwise, yeah, we just been in here grinding, man. Grinding, getting through the slow month of January, getting ready for the fast pace of February, March, and April. And yeah, man, just another week, another day, another vibe. Hey, how are you? You good? You good?
I'm always good, baby. I'm groovy.
Yeah, we know.
I'm vibey.
We all know. Anyway. All right, well, we are back here with another guest today, man. We got my homegirl, Angel. What's going on? Introduce yourself to everybody.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Charlie Angel. I'm an artist from Norfolk, Virginia. And yeah, I'm in here. Yes, what's up? All right. Yeah.
Damn right. So how long have you been in the creative space, I want to say?
I would say for music, around like 5 years now.
Okay.
I'm still new.
You just rap or do you sing?
I rap, sing, songwrite.
Okay. Do you do any production at all?
Learning. I would love to do engineering and, probably produce too, but it's taking a while. It's a learning curve.
It's a lot.
It's definitely a lot. Definitely a lot to endure. She's been learning, so I'll give her props.
Yeah,
it's definitely a lot.
It's fine.
It's a lot. I can honestly say that there is it's a project that I'm not gonna lie, I was supposed to put out on my birthday that I did not because it gets overwhelming, especially as an artist in general, like songwriting. That can be a lot on you sometimes. Yeah. And then to compose the beat and then actually record yourself and editing yourself in general too it's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely
to you.
Time consuming too. It definitely can be time consuming, energy consuming, but it's worth it in the end, I think.
It is. It's the satisfaction that you get from it at the end of it. It's like, you know what? I want to do that again.
Yeah.
I got to do that again.
Yeah, big facts. So I want to take it back a little bit, man. Before the music, before everything, I want to bring it back to who is Charlie Angel? Like, who is it aside from the artistry? Who are you? Firstly, where are you from?
Yeah, as I was saying, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. Context-wise, I went to Norview High School. I grew up in the Briar Creek area. Was pretty much raised there for 15, 20 years of my life. So that's really where I'm from. Yeah.
And what was life like for you as a kid? Did you guys move around a lot? Was it more stationary?
So growing up, after my parents' divorce, it was pretty stationary. My mom, in the beginning, lived in Chesapeake, and I went to school out there. And then she moved to Norfolk, and she felt like it was a better education system for me. So I kind of just stayed there my whole life. And as far as growing up, I pretty much grew up by myself. I was the only child from my mom. Quiet kid. I didn't really, I tried to stay out of trouble. My mom always had me in different things, especially creative spaces, where I can do poetry, I can dance, I can, sing, whatever it was that I really put my mind to, she always supported it. So, yeah.
And did you talk to your dad a lot when you were growing up, or?
Yeah. My mom did a great job at helping me maintain that relationship. it's just, you know, when you have that one parent all the time, that's the one that you're really close to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that experience. Like, what was it like being a child in a single mother household growing up? Talk to me about some of the struggles that you may have faced.
Oh man, so many. Like, I think the thing that I witnessed the most is like my mom trying to play multiple roles growing up. Like, I didn't really have a close relationship with my blood family on my dad's side, not really with her family either. So it was just me and her, and a lot of that kind of looked like, you know, just trusting her advice, knowing that like she really cared about me. And for her it was hard because she kind of like, she struggled a lot. She was going to school. She had like 3 jobs and still making time for me, trying to teach me the right way of life. And it kind of, it set me up to realize how much of a good woman she really was, you know. And I cherish that about her. She's no longer with us, but
I'm sorry for you.
yeah, thank you. But she was a really big inspiration in my life, and you know, she kind of showed me that anything is possible, and I think that helped me as far as like finding my individuality growing up. Where I went to school, just to be honest, a lot of people were from the same neighborhood. I was from a completely different neighborhood, and it was kind of like you have to be a certain way to be accepted. My mom always taught me to go against that, be who I really am, you know, be authentic, and the right people will come around. Unfortunately, though, me being very different caused for issues like bullying. So I was pretty much bullied my whole life, especially because of like my size difference. I was the smallest one, you know, in every class, and I kind of like, I got the bad end of that. So I think for me, I appreciate just having that female figure in my life, and then also, you know, seeing the bright side of those experiences, because I realized how much it takes to be a good person, you know. My bad. How much it takes to be a good person, to be who you truly are, and like why that's so special to go against what everybody else wants you to be. No problem.
I feel like that's something that I feel like everybody understands that it's important, but not a lot of people master.
Sure, it's under an episode.
Yeah, no problem.
And that's something that I can understand with you. It's like, you know what, I am grateful that my mom put that into me, because I can relate to that. It's like, you know, you are different, and when you are different, a lot of people look at you like,
yeah,
and it's like, no, get to know me, you love me. It's like, sure.
How do you feel like having to deal with being bullied and stuff as a younger person? How do you feel like that's affected you as an adult today? Like, do you still feel insecure about some things you may have as a kid, as an adult, or do you feel like you've overcome them and they don't bother you anymore?
I think as far as like doing stuff like this, like talking about myself and knowing that like there is somebody out there who really enjoys who I am, you know, kind of doing that, it's been a learning curve. It's a lot of unlearning, you know, not being desired by people. I think as far as like perception of life, it put me in a reality very quickly that a lot of people aren't raised the same way as you. Not everybody has the same heart posture that you do. And
I would really like to acknowledge the fact that you use that phrase, heart posture. I feel like that is an important phrase that not a lot of people understand.
Yeah.
Oh, shiver. Sorry.
No problem. Yeah, just like it helped me keep myself aligned, because I realized like there's nothing wrong with me. That's not the type of person I want to be. Like the way that those people treated me, like I would never want to do that to anybody else. So it kind of gave me the perception of like what people could be like in the world, and it prepared me in a way, like it helped me have an opportunity to build myself up, and just continuing to do that inner work. Like I think for the most part, when you really look back on like people who bullied you, it probably came from a situation that didn't make them feel so great, and you kind of start to lead with grace. So I think that was an opportunity for me to learn what that was like.
Yeah, that's typically a lot of the times it's kids who come from bad homes, have bad situations, or get bullied in their own lives, so they have to take it out on everybody else and all that other type of stuff. And I think as we grow up as adults, we start to also realize like how kids think compared to how adults think. like all that stuff as kids is just like out the window.
Yeah.
Like especially, you know, how people look at you and how people will just acknowledge you and talk to you as a person. You know, I think just as you grow older, you're just like, you know, we don't look at people like, you know, in high school, I just feel like we all judged each other so heavily based off of what you wore, how you talked, you know, just all of that, whatever social stigma you were in. And then as you get into adults, like all the kids who used to be popular are now lame as fuck, you know, and now you have all these kids who used to be nerds and geeks and used to get picked on, who are getting high paying jobs and the finest wives and all this type of shit. You know, it's all that. It's, you know, people just grow up and we just realize like all that stuff is just, it's for the birds, you know what I mean? What kind of kid were you in school? Like, were you a good kid? Were you a bad kid? Did you get in a lot of trouble? Like,
No, I was. I think that also contributed to like me getting picked on. I was like really, like I said, I was the quiet kid. You know, my mom was a teacher, so academics was my thing. Like I had to be on it. She was hard on me. She was like, you know, I raised you to you know, use your intelligence. You better go in there and do what you're gonna do. I didn't want to get in trouble, so you know, of course, you know, I'm studying. I'm straight A student. You know, in college, president's list. You know, and it's people.
congratulations on
Thank
that.
No, really.
Hey, that's solid though.
A woman of valor.
Proud of
Love it.
Yeah, that's something to be very proud of. All that.
Yeah.
And all that. I was a straight C student, C minus.
Oh, C's didn't work in my household. That's funny. I wish I could get a C.
I think for us, because my parents knew that like school was hard for like me and my brother Devin specifically, because we have ADHD and all that other type of shit. Like
Me too.
they only left us to a standard of at least a B minus, C plus average, because they didn't expect us to be great at school because it was hard for us and we didn't care.
Yeah.
So as long as we were passing our classes with a C average, then we were at least good. Like they wanted us to do better, but they weren't expecting straight A's from us. I'm not gonna expect straight A's from my kid either, my future kid.
I think that kind of takes a lot of pressure off of
It does.
kids though.
It did. It made me feel like, you know, with my parents is if you do good, you're rewarded. If you don't, you get everything taken from you. Like,
Yeah.
because, and I loved it though. And I think that's a great way. Like, there's points in my life where I had toys and video games and all this, and then I was doing bad, and then all of that would go away. I had nothing in my room but my bed, my clothes, my dresser, and that was it.
Damn.
I have nothing.
That's funny. That means that you were just not listening.
I was doing bad. Yeah, I just wasn't doing good in school. I didn't care. I was, you know, not doing chores, doing this, that, and the other. And it got to the point they took everything from me, and that made me learn to start doing shit.
Your road turned into a prison cell.
Yeah.
You know what though? Like, so to take it a little bit further back, when my mom was pregnant with me, she had a lot of complications. And pretty much it put us in a situation where we almost passed away during my birth, right? And throughout her process, they kind of told her like, hey, I don't think your kid is gonna make it. You know, I don't think she's gonna be able to like, you know, excel at the rate that an average kid could. And I think for me, like, my mom didn't take that for an answer, and it shifted the way that she kind of instilled, you know, positivity into me. Anytime I would like struggle with things, like, I really got to give it to her. She would make sure that I had like the best tutors. She would find like creative ways to kind of teach me things that were difficult. Like, I sucked at math for so long, and then she found like this creative, like artistic way to kind of teach it to me, and I ended up doing really good. Like, so I would just say like going through that, having ADHD, and you know, like kind of being counted out, I think that motivated me a lot to kind of try my best. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big ass F you to the doctors too, or whoever that said that you weren't gonna make it, you know, too far or whatever, or last, or that's a big old fuck you, straight A's, fucking president's list and some other shit. Hell yeah.
Really?
I solid as fuck. Well, tell me about your college experience. What was that like for you?
I was really in the books, man. You know,
What was your major?
Yeah, were you like a campus kid, or were you like a okay?
yeah. So I went to Longwood University for my undergrad.
Longwood, I'm sorry, is just a funny name.
It is.
I'm childish as hell. I'm so sorry.
That's
Grow
what
up, Cameron.
I had the same reaction when I chose the school.
I'm going to Longwood University.
That sounds like something that should be on the Key and Peele skit.
No, for real.
Like, yeah, I'm going to Longwood. I'm sorry. All right,
No, he's good. We all had the same reaction.
For real.
Nah, man, like it was chill. Honestly, when it came to like getting college acceptance letters, I had a lot of schools like hit me up like, hey, we want to pay for your full tuition, and I'm like, okay. So for context, I wasn't, for some reason, I was told that like going to an HBCU wasn't a choice for me, which I'm gonna explain it. My mom went to two, right? Yeah, right. So my mom went to two. She had a really bad experience. I'm not gonna say the school name because I work for them now.
Oh gosh. Well, they know.
Shit.
They know.
God
But-
damn.
But yeah, she had a bad experience with them, which is valid, and I think she was coming from like a protective perspective. I was like, man, I've always wanted to, like just go to the school, see what it's like to really be a Black student, like embrace the culture. And I think life has a funny way of like putting me back into that space. So I still kind of get to see what it's like. But yeah, like choosing the school, we went to Longwood, and I was like, this is like really quiet. It's my speed. People who like picked on me growing up aren't gonna be there. So it's a fresh start. Like I don't have to worry about somebody like bringing my past up, messing with me. I can like really focus. So that was my thought process in picking the school. Unfortunately, I did meet some people who did the same things to me, but I didn't let that kind of like mess up my experience. I still was able to go to like concerts. I remember my first week on campus, Post Malone came to our school. That was so lit. I met him. That was lit. And then I met a bunch of great people who I'm still friends with now. A lot of them, oddly, were musicians. And I think the coolest experience I had in college was like, obviously getting really close with the school president, him telling my mom like, hey, like I really like your kid. She's so smart. Like she's gonna go far in life. And it was really nice. And then also being able to meet creative people and seeing them like actually perform at like our spring events, going on stage. I'm like, I didn't know that was possible. And then I kind of started getting into songwriting. Like that's when I really got into songwriting. I was doing poetry as a kid, like writing poetry. I never recited it. I maybe did like one event where I was reciting poetry. I wrote it on the spot, went up there, did it. I was like, nah, it's not my thing. I'm too shy. So I'm like, maybe I can be a songwriter. And this is kind of a hard story. So the way I wrote my first song, I met this really nice guy, and to kind of just protect the feelings of his family, I'm not going to mention his name, but he was such a sweet guy. And like, he really showed me perspective of like, that there are great people in the world, and I deserve to have people like that, and I deserve to have that type of love in my life. Unfortunately, he passed away like just a few months after we met each other. We were in the same major, so we were really close. And I was fond of him, and I was like, man, I don't know how to deal with this, because the odd thing is, like, the week he passed away, I dreamt about it. And I was like, this is so weird. Like, I don't even know what this dream means. And then you go to class and you find out the person is not alive anymore. And it hit me really hard. Like, that was like the first time I ever lost somebody who was my age, So it was kind of like, I don't know any other way to kind of deal with this besides artistically.
We know exactly how to.
Yeah.
We know exactly.
A lot of this artwork that you see up is our boy D-Lo.
For real?
He passed away a couple of years back.
My condolences.
Yeah, so we definitely feel you on
Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
fuck
Fuck
cancer. Funky cancer.
Yeah. Wow. This is beautiful though. Yeah. I love that y'all kept it.
We wouldn't be. He has a lot to do with all of this, and just because he's gone does not mean that we're not gonna keep his presence. Like, dog, you are a part of this. Jill, you helped start this.
I mean, like you said, you met somebody who was, you see that there's good people in the world. D-Lo was one of those good people that you see in the world that genuinely was just a good person.
Yeah.
So you telling us this story is like
it's hitting the upper leg. It is. It's hitting the upper
right to the heart, because it's like we definitely can relate on 100% level with you right now how that feels, and it's rough. And it's like you kind of, because he was our age, and so like it makes you sit there and like think like,
wait, we were all supposed to be turning 30 together.
Yeah,
what?
like you know what I mean? So it's just like a wild feeling.
We're not about to do that. Don't start that.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry. No, you're good. You're good.
Okay,
you're good.
No, I think that's pretty cool that we all have something that it's not cool, but you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we all really do have something that we.
It's meaningful that we can connect. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. And that happened when I was 19. So like seeing that it taught me a lot, but it taught me like this is your door for creativity. Like now is the time to really try what you've always wanted to do. Like I've always wanted to do music, so I taught myself how to write a song, like the structure of a song. I don't know if y'all remember Genius, like when they do the lyric breakdown. I used to watch that and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, hook, verse, bridge, and so then I kind of did it myself. And that was my first song, was about losing him and like just how that felt, the things that it taught me, and like just kind of on a spiritual level. I also learned like life is very precious. Yeah. So
I think that's one thing that we excuse me, I've been going.
Take for granted.
It's one thing that we shouldn't take for granted, is that life is precious and it's short. And it happens very, very fast, especially once you get to adulthood. Like, I feel like when we were kids, life was just slow. Like, my first, 16 years of life just went by so slow. And now I feel like I just, went to sleep, woke up, and now I'm almost 30. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on? Life has just gone so fast. And you don't really think about it. Like, you don't think about your days here on this earth are limited. And you don't even know how many days you have left. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, we got to make the best of that shit. We definitely have to make the best of it. So I want to talk about that first song that you made. You put in that emotion because you were really dealing with something. Was it hard for you to write the lyrics, or did it kind of just flow because it was something that was really happening to you?
I'd say both. It was hard at first it was hard to find the words, because I was feeling a lot, and I think I had to just give myself time to kind of accept what was happening. And then from there, it just came out, everything flowed, and it was just like, it was the truth of how I really felt. And unfortunately, I cannot find that song anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. That was in 2016, so 10 years ago.
Damn. I remember my first records.
What was your first song?
I don't even want to talk about it. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's when I was rapping, and I was saying the N-word a lot in my music.
Oh, well, that's funny. He thought you were black.
Well, here's the thing. Being Puerto Rican, it's like...
I get it.
It's like you have...
You're not black, though. I'm just kidding.
No, I know, but that's why I try to be, cautious if I do say it, and who... Because I have, my group of friends who are just like, bro, you're black. And then I have people like you who are like, you're white.
Sir, I don't really care.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying, that's why I be trying to be cautious about who I say it around and if I say it at all, and I don't really say it all that often. And, well, I try not to.
You want to know what? This kind of piggybacks off of what you were talking about with bullying. I think that's the main reason why the N-word could never bother me, is because I experienced it, but one thing I can say is that my mom experienced it a lot more too in her childhood. So it was something that she was trying to prepare me for. It's like, oh, don't let nobody say anything that really, like, no, you know who you are in your mind, and you know. So that's why it's like when people, oh, I remember one time we were crossing the street, just crossing the street, and I guess this bunch of white boys in the car were trying to go, and they had to wait for us, pissed them off. So the niggers. And it was so funny to me, like it was hilarious. And the guys I was with, it was like, that's funny, and I was like, yeah, that's not funny to you. Like it's like did you hear what they just called? Yeah, I heard what they called us, but they were upset because we inconvenienced them. Yeah, they were bothered. That bothered you that they were bothered. If anything, it just made me laugh.
I can see why it don't make you laugh.
Yeah, it's like,
because they're really the weakest link.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, once you understand who really is the weakest link in a situation, why do words even bother you?
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. I mean, I'm from a place of like mostly white people who would always pretty much race.
Yeah.
And I was
you were used to that word.
Yeah, I was the minority to people. So.
Oh, you were the one.
I was the colored boy that the white girl's parents didn't want to meet because I was not white enough.
You want to know something crazy? I don't want to divert the conversation.
Are you good?
I'm Afro Puerto Rican.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my dad's family. And it's so crazy that you say that, because like growing up, like all of my friends were immigrants. You know, so like I would have friends from like Dominican Republic, and they'd be like blacker than me, and then I'm in their circle, and it was so weird, because it was like, and this is a part of my growing up, it was like you're cool enough to be here, but we're not going to accept you fully.
Yeah.
You know, it was such a weird thing for me growing up. I still have an issue with like accepting, like embracing who I am fully, because I feel like, oh well, you know, like people in the community aren't going to accept me because I'm black presenting, you know. But it's like, I've seen so many people on TV now who look like us, and you know, they are who they are.
Exactly.
Something I have to accept. Like, it's okay to be
own that Afro Latina. Look, we love it.
Yeah.
Let them know that we come in all shades.
Yeah. For me, I guess it was just weird to like growing up being the colored kid, and then I moved down here, and
now you're the white boy. Yeah.
It was just like fuck. Now I'm confused. I'm not sure, because I thought I was gonna come down here and everybody was like, "What's up, bro?" It's like, no, it's a white boy. I'm from upstate New York. I'm from the
country.
I'm from the mountains.
With the Hicks.
So yeah, like 20 minutes to get to town type shit. Like, yeah. So it was definitely different. My old school was like, we had like 6, 7 black kids at the most. At the most. And that's throughout all the grades. Like, we didn't have many black kids. So I was one of the minority kids. And I was the darkest one out of all my brothers. All my other brothers, like, they all look white. Me, I look Puerto Rican. Like, so it was definitely different for me. But it didn't really bother me. I mean, I got tough skin just because I'm the youngest 4 brothers. So I got picked on no matter what. If I was at school or at home, it didn't matter. I mean, at school, I didn't really get picked on too much because of my brothers, but they bullied me at home.
You know, I kind of hate to say this because I don't want to encourage it at all, because bullying is not something that should ever happen. However, it is a part of life. You're stupid. It is a part of life. I do feel as if you can't control everything. So when you can't control it, you have to learn how to accept certain things and handle it for what it is. And when I think about that, it's like pressure creates diamonds.
Well, one thing
a lot of people who have never been bullied in their lives don't know how to react to situations like that when they get into adult world, and then they react terribly.
Yeah.
I think one thing I learned was growing up was that I was getting bullied by somebody that then I started hanging out with that friend group, and it became a bully to what used to be my friends. Because when I look back at it, I did become a bully my 9th grade year, because I became one of those basketball playing cool kids, and I hung out with all those assholes. And so I would start picking on my old friends. And now looking back at it, yeah, I was a bully for a little while. And damn, that's awful. Because, yeah, I used to pick on Jake Hammond.
You're a bully now.
Well, I'm a bully.
You bully me every day.
Yeah, but you're you. And you bully me right back. So it's not really bullying.
That's retaliation. What?
You know? Anyway, point being is that I don't want to be a bully. I don't believe in that shit anymore. I don't like picking on people unless it's Taylor. Taylor's one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Taylor's the only exception.
That's okay.
Because you talk a lot of shit, so it's okay. Now, but anyway, reverting back. So, I mean, we're already we're 30 in. I want to listen to some music, man.
Yeah.
Let's get into some music. What's the first song that you got for us here?
I don't even know. I just sent you some tracks.
Okay.
Hot. What is that? HAWT hot.
Yeah.
GLD, and then we got NBA truck. What you want to start with?
Start with the hot song. Yeah.
What?
My homegirl Kiani's on the song, so
Okay, homegirl Kiani.
All right, Kiani.
Kiani, right?
GG. So okay, sorry.
That's
We're
her
gonna play
old name.
hot.
locked like a masochist, but I make her say, oh, just like masochist.
Talk to me a little bit about that record. Where did it all come about? How did it come about? How'd the collab happen?
So honestly, like, I have like moments where I wake up at like 3 a.m. and I got like creative ideas. So I was just, going through YouTube. I found this beat. I'm like, is that the Nelly beat? I'm like, yeah, I gotta write something to it. So I just started writing. I recorded it on my phone. I was using BandLab to like kind of record the demo.
Mm-hmm.
And then I showed it to Kiani, and she was like, oh, this shit is fire. I was like, well, you should get on it. She was like, me? Oh, yeah. So I taught her how to use BandLab, and we made like the whole demo. And then my little brother Kai, he came through, and he's actually an engineer, so he recorded us. It was like her first time meeting him, and we just all vibed out. We made like maybe 4 songs that night, and that was one of them that we completed. So that's pretty much how it happened.
That's dope. So talk to me a little bit about, like, have you done any performances or anything yet?
Yeah, I've been performing for like a year now. I actually have a show coming up in Richmond. My first Richmond show. It's with this group called the Darkroom Showcase.
Okay.
And it's gonna be like a Valentine's Day themed event. I'm really hyped for it. I think that'll be like maybe my 50th show. So.
Okay.
You've been doing a bunch of shows. Do you do a lot of showcases and like local showcases and stuff like that?
I've done a few, but most of them is like are like open mics.
Open mic type shows. Talk to me about your experience doing the open mics around the area.
I think they're chill. It's a great way to meet new people. A lot of talented people that are in those spaces. I think for me, the hardest part of like doing performances, like even paid shows where like I might sell a lot of tickets, I end up performing last. So it was kind of a thing I had to get used to. Like, don't get your hopes up. You might go in the middle. You might go at the very end. And it's kind of like, it's humbling, honestly, because you're expecting, like, sometimes I think about how things could go and like, oh yeah, like, I'm gonna rock this big crowd. I'm gonna really show them what I'm about, and then I go in there and it's like 10 people left. But I'm like, okay, I have to learn how to pretend like those 10 people are like 100 people, because at some point, like, it will be. I mean, the most open mics I've done is with Truly Fresh. He does what's it called, the Trippy Tuesdays. I like going to those.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty chill. I haven't been in a while, so I have to go back. But yeah.
Have you done any of the like local showcases that happen?
Yeah, I did the Monopoly series with what's the group called? G-Man Entertainment. Yeah.
Talk to me about your experience. Talk to me about your honest experience doing showcases in Virginia. Be blunt and honest.
Go ahead and say it.
Really don't be. This is honestly something that needs. These are conversations that have to be had so that the people who are doing the shows understand what the problems are here.
I think that there are some fallacies in the way that these showcases are done.
Let's talk about it.
The first being that like most of the time, like, these promoters are reaching out to you, like the event planner is reaching out to you to perform because they've been looking at your music, and then once you say yes, it's like, okay, you gotta put $50 or $100 down for your spot. And it's like, so why did you reach out to me in the first place? Like, you're looking for money. And then like if you do go through with that, after you pay that money, your spot's still not secure. Like now you got to sell tickets, and then you want to make money off the tickets. Okay, you'll make money maybe after the 15th ticket that you sell, and then it's not even 100% of the sale. It's like 25 to 50% of that sale, which is not really fruitful for the artist. And I feel like, you know, sometimes the promoters use it as an opportunity just to get money. That's my honest opinion. I feel like they should do better. And then they also like, they have favorites. They have favorites. Like, no shade. If somebody's like a bigger artist here, they get the most time. They get to go first. They get the bigger crowd. Like, and then the same thing I was talking about. I get pushed to the end, and you know, I'm like, well, what the hell did I do all this hard work for? Like, you got my people who came in, and they're sitting there for like an hour and a half waiting for me to perform. There's no proper set list of like, you know, who is gonna go next. You're just hoping that you get picked next. Then you kind of get paid dust. So that's my honest opinion of showcases here.
And that's a
Common.
yeah, very common. It's a very common issue. And that's why me personally, I've been saying and I've been advocating that showcases are dead. They're done. Nobody cares about them anymore. One, fans don't want to go into a building with 25 artists that they do not know, and 24 out of 25 of those artists suck. They don't want to go into that shit. By the time their artist does get there, just like you said, artists are gone. Everybody's gone. All the people in the building are the artists and the artist friends who came with them, or their family members or whatever. Once that artist is done, all their people are gone too. So it's one of those situations where it's not benefiting anybody but the promoters at this point. The performers, the artists are wasting their money, in my opinion. They're selling tickets, doing all this to try to fill people up into the venue and getting really jack shit from it, maybe a couple dollars back. There was recently a show that was just apparently a complete scam.
Yeah.
Not even going to put the person's name out there.
Why we not putting her name out there?
I'm not going to put the person's name out there because I don't know her side of the story.
We can definitely talk about it on
Yeah, we can talk about it off air, and I'll show you what's going on. But I will say that I am so happy that I saw red flags and got
immediately. That was immediately. You saw that.
I got booted from the whole situation a couple weeks ago, and that's because I saw something, and all I did was this.
Yeah.
That little emoji that's like this.
Yeah, that's weird as fuck.
And I got booted from the whole situation. And now it turned out to be a whole scam. So we have to be very careful. I think the showcases are dead. But parties are not. Parties never will be. Parties will not be dead. And
parties will never
having an artist up in front of a party that's lit, not caring whether somebody's performing or not because they're already lit, and then they hear somebody performing.
But, oh, who that?
Who that? Yeah. What do they got going on? Yeah. I'm telling you from personal experience of when I did it, when I was with Crush Game. I'm telling you this shit works because we were doing it and it was working as the parties were going, but the parties got shut down. That's why it stopped. If it would have kept going, it would have kept working. So it works. Anyway, what are your plans and what are your goals for 2026 with your music? What do you plan to do this year?
I honestly, first step is I want to build a solid fan base. I feel like, you know, people, from what I noticed, a lot of people who are successful now, like they've had like a 10-year build up to that moment and they can't do it without fans. So I definitely want to put out my most authentic work, which I feel like this is a great start. I'm more comfortable now with my music. And yeah, I wanna cultivate a community where people feel seen. That's my biggest goal. My other big goals are like just to make people feel loved through my art. Of course, performing more and paid shows. Like, I'm so tired of not getting paid. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only artist who feels that way, but like if this is something that you feel like is your passion, you take it 100%, you know, seriously, you should be getting paid for it. You're giving time, you're giving talent, and talent is not free. It's a gift, but it's not free. Yeah.
That's a debatable thing. So hold on, I'm going to write down because I have a couple questions that it's going into grill time. So be ready. So this isn't a bad thing. So don't be scared. So the first question that I am going to ask you here is, you said you want to start to gain a bigger fan base. What are some plans of action that you're going to take to start promoting your music to a bigger audience And do you believe in paid advertisement, or do you feel like it's organic or nothing?
So I want to improve the quality of my promo videos because obviously we know social media is the main way that like people see you. I definitely want to get the production together as far as like people seeing my face. And I think that if you're able to brand yourself as somebody who like is intentional about those things, like people are really gonna stick to it, you know. So that's one way I want to kind of build the fan base. Another way is just like getting outside, getting on the streets, talking to people, you know, having genuine conversations and letting that come up that I make music, and kind of like showing them things that I feel like they would be able to relate to. I think it's important to know who you're talking to and know what fits them, because then if they're able to actually like, you know, enjoy something, they're like, oh, this is a person that I would listen to, you know. So I kind of want to focus on those things. I'm not against paid advertisement. I think that a lot of the legwork should come from you actually like building a plan to promote yourself, having some organic growth, but then once you see that it's actually getting somewhere, then using paid promotion. Yeah, like doing ads and stuff. That's the way a lot of people see it.
A misconception is that paid promotion is not organic growth. Like, just because you're paying a platform to promote your product doesn't mean that
people are gonna follow you.
People are gonna follow it. Like, you can use TikTok and boost your posts all day. That doesn't mean you're gonna get followers from it. You can get your likes from it. Yeah, cool. But people, that's because they liked it and then they kept scrolling. They forget all about you. You know what I mean? So paid advertisement isn't a bad thing. It's just a tool. Don't use it and just boost your shit and that's all you're doing, but just use it as one of your tools of, hey, I got a show coming up. Cool. I'm gonna boost this post that's talking about me having a show coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. The day that the day and age that we're in now, content is key, right? Are you big into making content, or is it difficult for you?
It is difficult, but I don't make excuses for myself. I feel like there are a ton of creative ways that you could build, you know, like a campaign for a song. You know, I follow a lot of bigger artists and I'm like, oh, that's a cool idea. Let me save that and try it, you know, or like just going into my creative space and thinking about like what would be something that's funny that would connect to the song, or something that would be fire and would connect to the song. And it's a lot of studying that you have to do. I think content creation is not that different from what we were seeing growing up. Like, people had billboards, people had like commercials, they did interviews, and you know, we saw it, you know, different stuff like that, you know.
I think it's like just the way it's presented is just like a little different, you know, because it's like now it's just like in your face all the time. You just scroll and like you don't have a choice but to see it sometimes, you know what I mean? It's just kind of just branding. Let's talk about branding. Do you have a brand for yourself at all? Like, have you branded yourself?
I'm still working on that. I'm still figuring out what that looks like for me.
We could talk after the show. I could help give you some ideas.
I would love that.
No, really, because I can actually.
I mean, I can give you some now.
No, really, just looking at you alone, you have a lot of authenticity within you that it's like you have things that you can brand on. Like, take for instance, I don't want it to seem as if like, you know, because it is something that you said that you were bullied on, but I feel like you being tiny and mighty, baby, that's something that you can really brand on.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things that you can, a lot of different avenues you can go.
Using what used to be ammo as
exactly
like ammo to somebody else as your ammo to inspire, if that makes sense. Like, you know, utilizing your story as your power instead of your weakness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I definitely think like a part of my brand is like love and light, joy, you know, encouraging yourself. So I'm trying to like actually create art that reflects that, and show more of who I am, like having this conversation.
Do you have a logo?
Not yet. I'm trying to get one.
All right. Do you like draw and like do art yourself, or do you just?
I used to. I stopped drawing.
All right. So the next question that I have is, how do you feel about AI?
I'm not really a fan of it. I appreciate like the time
Shut up,
that it
Tay,
takes.
you use it too.
I do, but occasionally. But at the same time, I use it with cognitive dissonance. I
Whatever.
understand that I should not be using it.
Whatever.
That's funny.
As you were saying.
Yeah, I appreciate like the process to creating things. And you know, just watching somebody like actually draw a photo. You know, watching somebody actually put together a plan like from their own mind, you know, and I think AI is gonna take away the soul in things. Like I've already seen, like I hate those AI freaking artists. Like you're not even a real person. How much time did it really take you to write that song, to program a voice, and then post it? And now you're making all
I'm not
the
gonna
money.
lie. Sometimes it don't be taking these people long at all. It'll take them like 15 minutes to put the song together. They put the song and then they'll use Sonos and then they'll run it through there.
I hate Suno.
Sonos or whatever. I don't care whatever you want to call it. Shut up. He's
fuck
only gonna
everybody right
he's
now.
gonna be with it because he uses it on the regular. But anyways, they're gonna run it through AI and then they're gonna be like, oh, this is a banger, and then we're all gonna be like, wow, that was such a great song, just to find out that the robot fucking made it.
All right.
Right.
First things first, let's get something straight, okay? I have a friend who is my brother, who is a very close friend, who has an AI artist that he makes the music himself, records the music,
Yeah, I
writes
know
the
that.
music, uploads the demo, and then his artist recreates it.
Yes.
In my opinion, there is no difference.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I understand the reason why he does what he does with his AI artists, because he's not really
He
a
doesn't
singer.
sing like
He's
that.
not a singer.
Why not
He's a
just
rapper.
Why not find somebody who can sing and just pay
And
them?
use
Hold on, hold on,
a
hold on, hold on,
human,
hold on,
because
hold on,
sometimes
hold on,
humans can be a
hold
lot to
on.
work with.
Hey,
what is
are
the
you an
point?
engineer?
No, but my
Do you
brothers
deal
are.
with a
My
lot of
brothers
artists?
Yeah.
My
What I'm
brothers
saying,
are, though.
what
Humans
I'm
can be a
saying
lot
is
to
though,
work with
it's
sometimes.
a hell of a lot easier. I didn't mean that in a disrespect. I meant it in a way of I deal with a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's so much easier to be able to just upload something to a program that can easily recreate it in seconds than have to try to deal with somebody working on their time when they feel like working, if that makes sense. So in the regard of utilizing it to make your job easier, like what he's doing with the artist isn't what I personally would do. What I do with it is I utilize it to help create instrumentals that I'm not used to making, like my rock stuff that I've been doing. I don't make rock beats and I'm just learning how to play guitar. So I didn't do all of that, but I used Suno to help create that, and then I rearranged it, mixed it, did it a little bit differently, and then turned it into something else. So if you're going to utilize it to help create your music, it's just another tool. That's just like using Splice or Co-Producer or any other sampling program or whatever the fuck. It's no different, except it's just a lot more
I just want to
detailed
add
and accurate.
that I get what you mean when you said that, you know, artists moving on their time or this, that, and the third. However, that's what paperwork and contract come in.
Yeah.
That's exactly where paperwork and contract come in.
Yes, that's all wonderful and great. But again, while you're working with the artist, how is their attitude that day?
But this is the thing.
What are
You
they
act.
going
Hold on. You're acting as if engineers aren't temperamental as well.
Oh, I'm not saying we're not.
All right. The whole point is human interaction. That's the point. The creation came from the humans.
I'm not taking
It is
away, and I'm not
engineering.
saying that we should
It's
just use AI for
that's
everything.
the thing.
But I'm
That's what we're saying. It's just that you cannot recreate that
All right,
type of
so
authenticity.
Let me ask you a question. I need a choir to sing a hook for me right now. Do I know a choir of singers
It's
who will come
different
in
when
here
you
and sing
don't
that
know
right
what-
now? No, but I
You
can
need it
pull up
right
on
now.
Suno and say, hey, here's what I'm...
But
hey,
you
can you
need
turn
it
this
right
into a
now.
choir?
I'm
And then it
wondering,
does.
Right? I'm wondering. I have this has put a lot of questions into my mind. So first, what is stopping you from using social media to reach out to people?
Time.
Okay. So why not try to create that yourself? Like, can't you? Are there not like
Like
Are there
a
not, like,
choir sound
tools-
yourself? Yeah, I'm not opposed to doing all of that. I was just using a choir as an example.
Oh,
but I'm
hold on.
saying,
Before
like,
you
just-
continue, I just have to add this because actually my friend Monty here has actually created something like that for himself where he doesn't need to actually go and reach out to AR artists because he has a whole directory where he can just go there and look at all the artists and what they do and the photographers.
I remember putting my name on that.
So let's just remember that we are still doing things that
So again, now
acknowledge the human
I'm
effort.
not opposed to what you guys are saying because I still think that human elements in music are great, and I love the human. Like I like making just straight human music, and then I like to use a mixture of AI in some music too. I love both lanes, and I love all of it. I'm a fan of all of it. My thing is just as an engineer and producer with technology and how technology advances. I like to be with technology and where it's at because I'm just a fan of it. I'm a fan of new
only
technology.
the convenience though.
Yes, it's convenient, but
It's only the
again, Tay, just imagine from a perspective of somebody who's just like, Taylor, how long does it make you to make a beat?
But why?
Don't judge me.
No, I'm not judging you, but what I'm saying is that it takes a lot of time,
It
right?
do,
So
it
what I'm
does.
saying is that for me, instead of having to take a lot of
That's the
time
part-
to try to
That's
create
the part of
something.
creating
Beauty
them.
of it.
Exactly.
Like,
Yes, but that's the beauty of like.
Why
But
not
there's
come back
also
to
beauty in writing to something that was generated for me. What's the difference if I prompted a beat to be made the way I wanted it to be, the way my brain thought of it, opposed to going to buy and or steal a beat from YouTube that somebody else made? What sounds worse? Me prompting something to create something
you
that
attacking
came from my mind, or me going to steal something from YouTube that somebody else made? What's worse? Oh, I got this one. I got this one.
I mean,
Let's
no.
go.
Hold
I'm
on.
not gonna yuck your.
I'm not. I'm
No,
not
just fucking
saying that using AI is like I get like I said the main thing with AI is convenience. That's really the main thing. Because let's be honest, if you could find the convenience in a human, you would go to the
would go to
human and
that
create
person.
with them.
Yeah.
It's just that it's easier to just do it with technology, and I get it. Like you said, I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Faster too.
I get it, but I just don't want people to forget the
About the
actual
people.
Exactly. Don't forget about the people.
You know,
Y'all are gonna get so lost in convenience that y'all forget about. Dog, we already are there. Y'all remember when all the websites and Amazon and everything shut down and everybody was going crazy online because oh my gosh,
But
I
Tay, we
can't
have to
buy this,
also
I can't
understand, though.
post this.
But also understand, even Suno itself on the website states in its policy that you should probably just use this shit for reference, not for all, not for end all be all, not for your final.
For a fact, but that's
It even
the thing.
says it. So what I'm saying is that utilizing it to help you create something like, say you like people have me recreate beats for them all the time, right? So say there's a beat that you really like and you're like, dang, somebody already, used it, whatever. I really want something like this. You can upload that and have it recreate that exact thing for you in a different way that's going to still fit to your vibe. So it's a cool tool to be able to utilize to fucking just help make your life a lot easier. I'm not saying to
I'm
use
not
it for
downing
everything,
the tool.
because you still see I still make beats, right? I use Suno, yeah, but I also make beats myself. I don't use Suno for everything. I use Suno for
think
shit that I
that's
don't
what
know how to make.
makes some of the difference though. Like, 'cause there are so many people who like they're just lazy as fuck, dude. And it's
They're
like,
just trying to get a quick
why
buck.
are you here?
That I understand. Like I understand, like the straight, like they're just prompting everything. They're not even doing no creative shit. But I'm talking about like how my boy does this shit. He's making the songs himself.
Yeah, he is.
He's even making the beats himself.
I'll give him that.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's uploading and
He
saying,
just
"Hey,
created an artist to perform it for him.
I
Right.
do wonder this though, like I guess having an AI artist you can make money, but like you can make a lot more money by outsourcing. Like, hey, I wrote this song. Hey, I produced this beat. Have somebody like pay to sing the song, and then still get royalties, and you got money right there. Like, if it's really about that, then
I don't know, honestly, like, because with AI artistry, you still have to have like, it's difficult with it. So you only can take like, say, AI generated music. You only can take it but so far. You can't get it synced.
Yeah.
You can't get it on Netflix movies, TV shows. You can't get it on none of that shit. It has to be. There can be AI elements in it, but it can't be AI generated.
yeah,
So you can monetize off streaming platforms and all that shit, but you can't really like big labels, big like or not big labels, but like big things that can really pay you. Like like you can get paid $30,000
exactly. What's the point in it?
You know what I mean? So
waste of time.
No, because you could still have a whole music career and build a fan base.
I mean,
sell tickets to shows and perform using these beats in front of your audience.
Yes, but you're not getting that full pot of money.
Why?
Because you just said
you can't get the full pot.
You can't.
It's AI generated
on a movie or TV.
Yes.
So what could
yes. All right. I see what you're saying in that regard. But I'm saying like so somebody like me, right?
Yeah.
Where I have music that strictly I made without AI, and then I have music that I made utilizing AI elements, right?
I get where you're going with this. So the AI generated music is what can draw somebody to you. However, as they start looking through your catalog, they go, oh, well, I really like this song. And that song was not AI generated at all. So now you have your royalties going up from your songs that you actually created yourself because you drew them in with AI.
I mean,
I get it.
That works,
that's like
but that's not where I was going with that. But that is very true.
Dang. Okay.
I can still, if I have human elements in my music, I can still sync it. If it's a mixture of AI and human elements, I can sync it still. Now, that's not to say that big companies are going to fuck with it, like Netflix or anything. That's not to say they're going to fuck with it because it's going to be too difficult. But some smaller company, independent film company needs some music, and I was like, hey, here we go. They might fuck with it type shit. But AI can just be useful. Anyway, let's just get on.
Yeah, I want to get the next song.
We'll go to the next song. Then we'll get to some more topic of conversation. What do you want to go to? You want to? We got what's this? GLD Gold.
Yeah. Played it. It's gold. Me and my boy Ty. He's all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay.
We know a couple of Caroliners.
Yeah.
Okay, we got. Oh, talk to me about that record.
Who engineered that?
My little brother Kai.
Does he engineer all your music?
Most of it, yeah. It's him and my brother Chris, so they do most of my songs. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's not
bad. It could use work, but it's not bad.
But it's not bad. It's definitely not bad.
It's not bad at all. How long has he been engineering?
Since he was like 15.
How old is he now?
Like 21.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind.
Definitely he's pretty much exactly where I was at that point.
He's where he should be.
Because he's what's that, 6 years in? So 6 years in.
And then we started at 15 too.
Very much like that. So yeah. He's definitely on a really good path. Tell him to keep on going with that shit.
No, really, sure. Yeah.
So tell me, because we're here at the end. I just realized we're already past an hour. So tell me, what is like one of your major biggest goals for your music as a whole? Like, where do you want to take this thing?
Man, I just really want my music to inspire anybody to just follow their dreams and never give up on life, you know. If that reaches 50 people, that's dope. If it reaches 1,000 people, that's dope. If it reaches everybody in the world, that's even better. You know? Yeah, for sure. I'm just really my biggest goal is just to leave my entire self in my music. That's really it. Just doing it for the love. Yeah. Do
you have any big projects coming out this year?
Yes, my second album. Yay.
What is that?
It's called Protege. It'll be out in March. And it's so funny, I came up with the title maybe 3 years ago, but I really looked into the meaning of a protege as somebody who's guided by the hands of somebody before them, somebody who's protecting them. And when you see the cover, you'll understand the story behind it. But basically, you know, it connected to how my mom, you know, brought me through life, helped me follow my dreams. Just the way that I kind of found myself with her help. This album actually is a reflection of just the phases of my emotions the past year and a half. Just to be real quick, I had a really, really bad relationship that was not suitable for me. I got away and I had to find myself again. I had to pour out how I felt about all those things. Just when you really love somebody and they don't do right by you and they pretty much put you in harm's way, you kind of it's a lot to think about. So I use that as the stepping stone to kind of get my feelings out. I kind of met some people who I helped, who turn their back on me. So it's a little bit of that in there. And then it's like the rest of the album is me finding myself and having confidence and embracing like self-love. So yeah, it's an album that reflects my growth.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
Are any of these songs that you showed us today on them?
Yes.
On that album?
Yes.
Damn right. Do you have any shows or anything you're gonna be doing?
Yes, she did.
You did say in Richmond, right?
What date is that?
That'll be the 13th. It'll be at Hilltop RVA.
Okay. And
right.
when is the release date for your album?
Go ahead and say it. March 19th.
March 19th.
Hey?
Okay.
Is there like a significance to that day, or?
Actually, yes. So for context, I love how you said fuck cancer. My mom passed from cancer in September. Her mom had cancer, and that's actually my grandma's birthday. So I was like, let me pick a date that means something. I picked that day. Yeah.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Big fuck cancer.
Yeah.
Damn right. So we're gonna what is first before we're gonna end the show with your last song, but give like a piece of positive advice. Like if there's a piece of advice that you could give to any up and coming person, not even just artist, just person in life, what would that piece of advice be?
I'm really thinking.
Hey, take your time. Yeah, take your time. That's a tough one. It's a tough one.
The key to your happiness is it already lives within you. Everything that you want already wants you. Everything that you can conceive of is a gift directly to you from the divine, and it's up to you to really like follow through with that. Don't listen to the outside voices. Just know that like you're made for the thing that you want. You wouldn't want it if it wasn't for you. So that would be my advice.
Damn right.
I love that. Come on, you need to snaps with that.
Yeah, big snaps for that. That was a big solid. I wish I had the sound deck on
Right?
but they'll pause.
Stupid technology, and
That should be fucking my computer up. That's why I was leaving it. Anyway, well, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram at officialcharlieangel_. YouTube, Charlie Angel Music 246. TikTok, official Charlie Angel. Yeah.
Damn right. Do you have a website, or are you gonna make one?
I'm making a website, a pretty good one, but I do have a Bandcamp. You just go to bandcamp.com, look up Charlie Angel. You can buy my music on there.
You know what
make
I
more
heard
money.
about Bandcamp?
What?
They are not allowing AI music at all.
I did see that.
They are not fucking with it at all. If there's any AI elements in your
They said,
music, they ain't fucking with it. You can't post it up there at all. Fire though.
Yeah.
Respect.
No, for real. That just means that you got to be authentic. They only accept the real.
I mean, that means that y'all genuinely love music, because y'all are missing out. That's funny.
Oh, shut up.
You can make a lot of money on Bandcamp.
Yeah, no bullshit though.
I made more money on there
No bullshit
than on streaming platforms.
I believe it, man. We're in a whole new wave of and just to end it out here, okay? Anybody who thinks LaRussell is about to fuck himself, fuck you, okay? He's not stupid. I'm telling you, as somebody who's been following him, I don't know anything. Honestly, this is just my opinion, but my dickhead opinion about this is that he's probably not fucking himself. He probably is giving himself more leverage, knowing that his deal's probably not going to be great, but he's about to get a whole big network, a whole big fucking new group of people to be able to talk to, and connections and all this type of shit, and he's going to be pushed by Rock Nation. Yeah, he's probably going to get fucked in his deal. He knows this, and he probably knows this real well. But he also knows all the things that he's going to utilize and take from that shit.
I really hope he has.
He's a smart man.
He has to have plan.
So remember how I've told you multiple times, if I get signed, I'm getting signed knowing I'm getting fucked. But I'm going to take the deal for only a short amount of time, so that I only have to deal with it for a short amount of time, 2-3 years.
Pull a Frank Ocean.
And I'm going to take every single connection. I'm going to get every single number, and I'm going to fucking take all of that. So by the time my deal is out and I'm done, I'm good. Like, go ahead and take all of that, because now everything that now all my real shit's coming. Yeah. Because I make my own shit. I engineer my own shit. I make my own beats. I don't need none of y'all I don't need none of your studio time. I don't need none of that shit. You want to mix and master? Cool. I'm still recording myself. Y'all not gonna know what the fuck I'm making. I'm only gonna send y'all what the fuck I send y'all, right? So again, I don't think LaRussell's stupid. I think he's smart. And for any independent artist who follows in the footsteps and gets any type of success the way he's been able to succeed, what you have to understand is that when you go into a label and you have leverage like he does, he has proven he can make money off of himself. He doesn't need them. He wants them at this point. So understand as an artist, sometimes when you have leverage, you can build a way better situation for yourself. All these artists who have all these shitty stories, they have shitty stories because they ain't know shit.
Yeah.
Lil Russell's not stupid. Lil Russell's been doing this shit by himself for a while, and he succeeded by himself for a while. So that means that this deal was lucrative enough to him to make sense. So, man, anyway, I only say all of that to say I love music. I love all of y'all. This is HL. It's just a podcast. Thank you.
It's not, because we got to play.
I know. I'm going to be playing it out.
Oh. Making sure.
Yo, tell.
This is what Tay is for. We keep the order.
Anyway, this is HL. It's just a podcast. We're going to ride it out. Peace.